Hi, Susan.
Yeah, hi Lewis, how are you?
I am well. Okay, recording is on. Antitrust policy. You can find it on the LF website as well as our project website. The policy is important where multiple companies, including potential industry competitors, are participating in meetings. Please review the policy. And if you have any questions, your first contact should be your company legal counsel. Members of the LF may contact Andrew Updegrove at the firm of Gesmer Updegrove LLP, which provides legal counsel to the LF. Okay. We have the one agenda item. Jonas, do you want to start with that one?
Sure. And first, on the Google stuff, like, because I don't know that everybody has been, I think everybody except perhaps Thomas. So the Google guys approached DMTF on getting gRPC into the spec as a new set of APIs, same model, carrying the same payload basically, but just making it an option, because gRPC obviously has mapping to a lot of languages, and you could programmatically then use APIs. It's not clear. DMTF pushed back a little bit, I think, because gRPC was kind of big, and very few of the BMCs could actually host it. So I think what happened there is that the Google guys were going to see if they could shrink it. There was some, because you get those, it's almost like Corba back in the days. You get those stub codes that and they could refer to them as protos or something. And they left it like that, and I think they're going to meet again. At the same time, I reached out to the Google guys to see if they would be interested in looking at what is ODIM, and could potentially ODIM implement some of these APIs while in parallel DMTF gets it into the spec. Unfortunately, I haven't heard anything back from Google at this point, so that's just the latest update on that. So the next thing with the HPE TSC representation, I am actually resigning from HPE. I'm moving to another company. So Barath is going to take over for me on the TSC. So we will make a change to that page. Luis, I'll reach out to you as well, because I think I won't change my LFN account, but you might want to, I think I have a lot of permissions now that we might want to review. And
okay.
Yeah, and specifically on the Git repo, I think you need to, whatever I have that Bharat doesn't have, he should have, and I should be removed, right? It's likely that I will still show up, like Thomas is here on TSC meetings, but from wherever I end up working instead as more as a private individual. So, but that's okay. The situation. So I don't know, Luis, perhaps we can have a session and just go over what needs to happen on your side.
Yeah, I guess we can. Yeah, let's go ahead and review the GitHub account and make sure that Bharath has all the needed permissions. But Bharath, are you connected to GitHub? And by the way, congrats, welcome, and thank you, all that. Appreciate stepping up. And Jonas, of course, good luck to you in whatever endeavor you take on. But Bharath, did you send me? Are you all connected in GitHub, or do you need to? We need to set you up in any way. Do you know?
Yeah,
I can check, but I just want to.
Yeah, thanks, Lou. I am on GitHub, but I think I'd be not having the privileges which Jonas is having. So that's the only thing. Yep.
We could probably even, if you want to hang on at the end of this call, we might be able to just pop in there and set you up.
Sure.
It shouldn't take that long. We get us match what Jonas has, and then anything else that we need to do. You're all set with an ID, Linux Foundation ID, right? You have all that?
Yes.
So you can update the web page. Cool. All right, very good.
Yeah, and because so Luis, I don't know what you need to do on my side, but I have an LFN ID, and obviously you might need to, I don't know how GitHub works for any private individual, like for instance, can Thomas go in there and contribute? I don't know. I should have the same situation, I think.
Yeah, it's a public repo. Anyone's welcome to go in and contribute. There's no reason to really take you off of it, unless you want to be.
No. I don't want to be.
Yeah, it's a public.
You just want to make sure.
It's a public repo. Yeah, everyone's welcome to contribute as needed.
Because right now I think I have Uber power. I think I can create new branches. I think I can do merges and all sorts of crazy stuff, right? And I don't think everybody can do that. So that's the only thing I'm concerned about. In case
we'll go in and review. I'll go in and review it all.
Okay.
And
good deal.
Set it up.
Jonas,
no problem.
I'm not sure if about the Jira, right? The GitHub Jira, I haven't ever accessed it, so I don't know if I would be needing permissions there as well.
Yeah, you should look at that as well. All of that is something Luis can help you with, I guess.
Yeah.
I have also not done anything there. I basically logged in and see that we have nothing going on there, and we decided, I guess, we should get new tickets in there and stuff. So going forward, Luis, I understand anybody with an LFN ID can create a story in there, and right?
Yes. Yeah, you can go into the you're talking about the Jira, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Anyone with an ID has access to that, and as long as you have the link, you can add user stories, epics, issues, whatever you need to do.
Okay. Yeah, that's really all I had for today. I guess we had the summit last week. Anything there? Any feedback from anybody?
Some of the folks, we had our 5G Super Blueprint call yesterday, and some of the folks who had not attended the ODIM session where the fit with the 5G Super Blueprint was discussed, they were interested in seeing the recording. A couple of folks on that call, so we went ahead and linked that recording over to the 5G Super Blueprint so that they would have access to it. So that was good. At least people understood and wanted to see more of that and wanted to take a look at the recording. So that's a positive.
Yeah, it is. That's good. Okay. Any other topics for today? I will continue to. I will send another email to the Google person, and I will copy Baras and perhaps see the thing. I see a lot of opportunity there, right? If we can get them in, and they feel that it's a good place for them to get their gRPC APIs implemented in ODIM and start using it with different vendor servers and the fabrics, then I think that's good for the project, and that could be serve as I've also kind of vented this a little bit with the DMTF guys, and that could serve as some sort of a POC for DMTF as well, and then we can get potentially get another partner in or a member company. That would be really good. The other thing that's going on is obviously the airship work that we have done on the HPE side. We have hooked up airship with ODIM, and there are a couple of things we're working on in ODIM, small issues that we needed to fix, and I don't think there was anything on the airship side that we needed. But the next step would be to go in front of airship, show what we have done, and show that okay, with airship you can now provision. I think we have HPE servers as well as Dell servers. The Lenovo plugin that we started working on is not really there yet, but then we can show to airship that you can use ODIM to go across vendors, and that should be valuable for them, I hope. So those are the things going on that I'm aware of. Anything else?
Well, you answered the action item I was going to ask you about, and that was reaching out to Google again. So thank you. And is there an action item around Airship?
I think that's on Shengappa internally, and perhaps you want to follow up on that, Susan and Bharat, just to make sure that, because I know we wanted to go in front of them and show a demo to them that this is how we use Airship, and here you can now use it with any vendor server that has a good plugin for ODIM.
Yeah.
So that would be the next step.
Yeah, Jones, apparently Robbie DP is setting up a call with James Gu from AT&T
Okay.
this week.
Okay, very good, very
Yeah.
good. Because I think.
Are you able to?
Sorry.
I'm sorry, Jonas. Go ahead. No. First.
Well,
I just wanted to get looped into that Airship discussion if I could.
And I think that makes sense, John. This does not need to be an HPE James Gu thing, right? I mean, you can check if there is anything going on there. Otherwise, I think we should extend that to, unless it's early discussions or whatever. I'll leave that up to you. But
Yeah, it's
makes a lot
probably
of
pretty
sense to
early.
me.
I know in a prior meeting I was in this morning, the suggestion also was to include Bob Monkman, since he's been part of the conversations with Airship as well.
So then,
yeah, we're not keeping it HPE only at all. That's not the
okay,
intent.
no, but yeah, do we keep it ODIM TSC though? That's the question, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Which now, when I am going to be on the other side of the fence, I would like to see that. Anyhow,
Well, join the project.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, if nothing else today, I guess we can keep this really short. And
so just a quick question. So I sort of understand what's happening with the Airship. What do you think the next step is with Google? I know we.
Yeah.
I know people are reaching out. Go ahead.
I only have a single point of contact. I think DMTF has more, so there might be 2 or 3 Google people that we can reach out to. I have only reached out to one. Her name is Nancy, and I think I'm a little confused in if, because I know there's been discussions with DMTF and them, but then I've seen some emails going back and forth between our DMTF representatives and Nancy. So I think what we should do is we should just make it a thing to, if they respond, to just invite them to TSC, and then we can have a little presentation on ODIM, and then move on to discuss how they see DRPC being used in the industry, and if it makes sense for ODIM to implement that. If we agree it makes sense, obviously it would be nice if Google could contribute with resources to go and do it, right?
Jonas, who else in DMTF do you think may know more Google contacts?
Sorry, Martin, who else in DMTF may know the Google contacts?
Yeah, you were saying that the DMTF people might know more than just the one.
So Jeff Hilland and Jeff Otter, and I think John Leong was in the meeting. I think the Dell guy, what is his name? Michael Rainey, right?
Yeah, Mike Ranieri.
Yeah, I think all of those guys were in the meeting with Google back in it was a couple of months now ago.
Yeah.
So they should all know the other contacts. But I plan on sending out another email to this Google lady, and I'll copy you, Martin. And I think once we get the discussion, if they're not interested, right, then I guess we'll leave it with that. But if they are, we should bring it in. We should bring in all the people on TSC here, and if they have any other Google people that they want to invite, right?
Yeah, definitely. Give them an overview and maybe a demo or whatever, and then discuss them potentially joining the project. I think it would be very useful to Google, especially with the limitations on VMC. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right.
Is it I guess DMTF can help us get that audience. I mean, they have an interest in this, right? Is there any?
So
can we sort of leverage them a bit?
I think DMTF pushed back a little bit because. So what I understood is that mostly the hardware vendors pushed back because the gRPC code wouldn't fit in the existing BMCs. Resource performance wise and you know too large memory footprint and all that. So I think DMTF is not at a point where they're fully embracing this. I'm a little confused about that because I think there's not only BMCs that are implementing the Redfish spec. In our case, we use it for an aggregator and we can obviously fit it in. So why we shouldn't get it into the spec because of that is a little confusing to me, but it's always these type of discussions going on in standard bodies, so not surprising at all.
Okay. Yep.
So I guess wait for an email there. If we get anything back, we send it out to all the TSC guys. Otherwise, you will get an update from Bharat, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Any last words before we end?
I just want to see. I just want to see if Bharat, if you want to stay on and we can take a look at GitHub together.
Yeah.
It's up to you. If you have a couple of minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
And from AMI team, congratulations, Bharat, and thank you, Jonas, and wishing you all the very best.
Thanks.
Yes.
Marcus. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for everything you've done, Jonas.
Yeah, thanks, Jonas.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, guys. All right. Let's end here then. Have a good one.
Thank you
Bye.
all.
Too.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Okay, I am loading up. Let's get this. Let's get GitHub up here. Let me share this with you. Let me know if you can see my screen.
Yeah.
That sounds good. Hey, thanks for stepping up to really looking forward to your leadership. Let me go ahead and stop the recording. I don't think we need the recording anymore.